Welcome back. We'll get to Antonio Brown in just a second, but first, SC30 Select Camp. Steph Curry getting diced up by high school class of 2021 center Chet Holmgren. Nice moves by the 7-footer.
Those are really nice moves.
Oh, he got a nice handle. 7 feet.
Little ankles, see?
Put a little weight on him.
Worried about him.
Steph ain't known for his defense now.
No. But Steph probably could body that guy.
Man, stop.
Royals and Red Sox. Boston's Michael Chavez making a stupendous leaping catch.
Okay, now this is one of the better catches of the year. This is the absolute hardest when the ball is over your head and you're running from the infield towards the outfielder. This is even worse than the wall because that infielder running, he's getting in quick on you, and it's hard to keep your eyes on the ball knowing you can make contact with your teammate. Tremendous catch. That's Hall of Fame hands catch right there. Off Hall of Fame weekend. Let's get it done.
All right, to the CFL now. Ottawa rookie Devontae Dedmon refusing to go down, taking the punt return.
4,
all
5,
the
6 guys touched him. Number 7 gonna get there. Maybe touched him a little on it. 7 guys.
20 at the end had the angle. How does he let him get past him like that?
Let him. It's called speed, bro. He outran the angle.
He sure did.
You can't see it?
No, I do see it.
Analytics can't see that?
Oh, okay. Okay.
Had to throw that one in there.
Guys.
Analytics made the show.
Yeah.
Hard Knocks debuted last night. Finally, among the many highlights, Antonio Brown. While AB has played his entire career up until now in Pittsburgh, with all 74 of his career receiving touchdowns coming from Ben Roethlisberger, he's now a Raider, and his quarterback is now Derek Carr. So as you can imagine, his young sons are a little confused about the change at quarterback.
Come on.
Where's Roethlisberger?
Huh?
Where's Roethlisberger?
He played with the Steelers.
Our
Our quarterback Derek now. We don't play with Roethlisberger no more. We play with the Raiders. We play with Derek Carr. That's my quarterback. You know his name? What's his name?
Derek Carter?
Derek Carr.
Now where's Daddy?
He over there, number 4. Yeah, they're practicing.
It's so fitting. Where's Roethlisberger? He don't play with him. Well, now who's your guy? Derek Carr. Derek Carr. Where's he? Over there. That's how the league almost sees Derek Carr. Who's the quarterback? Where is he? It's very funny. Adorable. And obviously a great show. I'm done.
Okay.
And we're back after this.
What just happened, Jenna? Jenna just gave a Hard Knocks review? That's on a different network that I don't know if a lot of people saw last night. Chris, let me ask you this question. How much do you think Antonio Brown's going to miss Big Ben?
I think that any wide receiver appreciates having one of the best that's ever done it. It makes your job so much easier. Now, there are some wide receivers because 9 out of 10 of us are crazy. I'm talking about cray. He got paid his money. He opened up his mouth so he can get out of Pittsburgh. All right? He wanted out, and he got the money, so he can't complain. But he did go down at least a couple tiers as far as his job got far more complicated. Not only with Pittsburgh Steelers, with their ability to be able to run the ball, things that they knew that AB did well, they were able to get him. That's why these last 4-year window is one of the special 4-year windows that we've seen to any wide receiver. John Gruden, I don't think is going to be as committed to getting him the ball as much as the Pittsburgh Steelers have been the last 4 to 6 years. When you've been targeted as much as him, so I believe there are going to be some issues, some growing pains, not only with the quarterback, but John Gruden calling his plays, how many times he's targeted, when he's targeted, and if he's getting enough looks in the red zone there.
Chris, you mentioned the last 4-year window. I'll take it 6. Here's AB's last 6 years. Yards, 1,500, 1,700, 1,800, 1,300, 1,500, 1,300. A down year for Antonio Brown is 105 catches and 1,300 yards. That's a bad year for him since he's become Antonio Brown. I think that would be a great year for him this year. I think right now, this moment, if he could sign up for 1,300 yards, he should, because the offense is going to be different. Obviously, the quarterback play is going to be different, and the amount of attention he gets from defenses, even though obviously it's not like he snuck up on people in Pittsburgh, but because Ben's so talented and because they had Le'Veon Bell for a large portion of that 6-year run, they couldn't exclusively focus on Antonio Brown. All of that is going to make his job drastically more difficult.
The coverages aren't going to change. He's been double teamed over the last 6 years, so that's not going to change. They're not going to put a third guy in his area. But what's going to change is the opportunities. When you play on the type of offense that Pittsburgh plays on, the defense, they can only take away so much. And you generate so many first downs. People miss in watching football how important getting first downs is to offensive players. And when you have a lot of talented players, the only way you get your numbers is by getting first downs so you're able to stay on the field longer. That's what he's going to miss, and he's going to miss the trust factor because most quarterbacks, when you are double teamed, they are taught to get off. I see 2 opposite color jerseys on one guy. Get off that and go to some other area of the field where we have better matchups. Ben Roethlisberger and the great quarterbacks who have great rapport with that number 1 guy, they will still throw into that area and still have success. Let's see what Carr does, and let's see how AB reacts when Carr gets off of him during those double teams.
Why wouldn't Gruden make Antonio Brown the focal point of that offense? Why wouldn't that be where he starts with them if you have a guy as talented as Antonio Brown and a guy who could probably get better like Derek Carr because of AB?
Right, because the offense should start with the quarterback, and the quarterback should be able to dictate what does he do best. And then let's see if we get overlap of what Carr does best compared to what AB does best. It's more important than quarterback. AB's already established himself. He has more flexibility. He can adjust more than Carr. Also, Carr's confidence is a lot more fragile. John Gruden has not developed one single quarterback since he's been in the league. It would be important to develop this one. So your attention should be on him. You should cater to him because also, if he doesn't do well this year, Gruden is going to be off of him and moving on to another quarterback.
And obviously the vast majority of Antonio's games have come with Big Ben, but he's played an entirety or a portion of 15 games with different quarterbacks. Hadn't caught a touchdown for anyone other than Big Ben. His numbers, his targets, his yards, his catches, everything fall off the mountain without Big Ben. Now, part of that situation when Big Ben's out, the Steelers become more of a running team. The quarterbacks, those quarterbacks are not as talented, except for a few games with Vic when he was playing well, as Derek Carr is right now. But this isn't Brandon Cooks, who's played with a bunch of different quarterbacks and had success with all of them. AB's been with Big Ben his whole career, had enormous record-breaking success with him. We'll see if he can get 80% of that success with Derek Carr.
All right, let's take a break. Coming up, did Aaron Rodgers step out of line with his new head coach already? That's next on First Things First.
One of many missteps. Did I just step in some boo-boo? Yeah, that's what's going to happen this year.